Hey guys, this is Lim with Lim Reviews, and this is my 1 week review of the Huawei Nova 4e. So I've been using this device for about a week now, and there are things that I love about it and things that I don't. But is this device for you? Let's find out. Alright guys, so before we do anything first, let's take a quick look at the Huawei Nova 4e. So let me just show you a quick look around at this device. We have this really nice looking back. It is slightly purplish at the bottom and bluish at the top. I'm sure you can see it from this angle. And it looks really good. All around, it looks really nice and it feels good in hand. At the sides here, you would see that this is it's probably plastics, but it is covered with this metallic paint, which makes it look really nice all around as well. The whole device feels really good in hand. It's so slim and it feels very solid in hand. You also still get your fingerprint scanner here, which is pretty quick. And at the bottom, you still get your 3.5mm headphone jack. So we also have this very bright and vibrant 6.15-inch LCD display. So this is a very bright LCD display. As you can see, we have this tiny teardrop notch at the top. Overall, I would say that this display is pretty good. It is very bright, but one thing I do not really like is that the colors are a bit too saturated for my liking. So if you're the kind of person who likes very colorful images, like even when you take photos of trees, the leaves will turn out really green on your phone screen. So for example, here I have a picture of some leaves and it looks really green on this device, but in actual fact, when you export the photo, it doesn't actually look that green. So again, color accuracy is not the best here, but you do get a super saturated screen. Alright guys, so now that we have talked about the build quality and display quality, I want to share with you guys my thoughts on the performance of the Huawei Nova 4e. So I know that this phone comes with the Kirin 710, it also comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal memory. So on paper it's supposed to be very quick, very nice to use and very smooth, but that is not my experience. So Huawei has this EMUI skin over their phones, and I'm sure that you know that very well by now. And it kind of makes this device a bit slow. Like, I wouldn't say it's the fastest. When I compare it to my Xiaomi 9 SE, I find that my 9 SE is actually quicker. Like, I mean, sometimes there is just this slightly slow stutters when you open apps. It's not the quickest. And usually you would expect this phone to be like blazing fast because it's supposed to be like a mid-range processor. I mean, it's not the best, but it's still mid-range, and you expect it to do better than what it currently does. But it just doesn't give me that blazing fast feel that I get on the Mi 9 SE. So performance-wise, I'm not very happy. Of course, I did a benchmark test and you can see the score that I got here. It is 128,000, and you can just take a look at the details right here, if that means anything to you. For reference sake, the Mi 9 SE actually scored 179,000, so that is way better than the Nova 4e. So the Mi 9 SE uses a SD712, whereas this uses the Kirin 710. They both cost the same, but as you can see, performance is not the main strength of the Huawei Nova 4e. I also did some gaming as always on this device. I have my PUBG and my Mobile Legends equivalent application right here, and yeah, gaming on this device, it's not great, but it's acceptable if you are willing to use lower graphic settings. So overall, performance-wise, I would say that I'm not really impressed with the Huawei Nova 4e. And mainly it is the launcher and a lot of things that makes it slow down. So if you're looking for the best performance, definitely the best performance is not in the Huawei Nova 4e. Alright guys, now that we've talked about the performance, I want to talk about the very important factor that usually affects one's decision in buying their smartphone. So this is where we talk about the main camera. So the main camera on the Nova 4e is a 24 megapixel main sensor. It also comes with a 8 megapixel wide, ultra wide sensor and a 2 megapixel sensor for depth images, for those portrait shots that you guys usually take. So on paper, this camera is supposed to sound really awesome, but somehow I don't feel like that is the case. So I've taken a couple of photos on this device right here, and I will show you guys samples in a while. So just to let you guys know my thoughts on the images, daylight shots turn out pretty good. I mean, daytime shots should not turn out bad in these days. Like, almost every camera can take great photos in broad daylight. But night images seems to be pretty bad here. Like, the images I get are really soft, it is a bit blurred, and it is just not the best that I would expect from Huawei. Because Huawei makes some really good cameras, and this is not one of those great cameras. If you're looking for a device that can give you really nice images, the Huawei Nova So now that I'm done talking about the main camera, another thing that Huawei is really proud about is their selfie camera. So apparently this selfie camera up here is Huawei's first ever like 32 megapixel selfie camera. And again, on paper it sounds to be like super awesome and it's supposed to be damn great. But I personally do not take much selfies. The quality of selfies that turns out here is pretty okay. I wouldn't say that it is the sharpest, but it is good enough for you to take selfies. Usually when phone manufacturers quote like super high megapixel in terms of selfie camera, you should always take it with a pinch of salt because they don't really perform like super clear images and they're not like super sharp as well, as you can see here. It is good, but I would definitely not consider it super sharp. So overall, selfie camera wise, it is good, but I wouldn't say that it is really outstanding or anything to shout about. So moving on, let's talk about the battery life of the Huawei Nova 4e. So this is one good thing about the Huawei Nova 4e. It comes with 3340 mAh battery, and so far I've been having like pretty good battery life on this device. As you can see here, on my previous charge it has been 14 hours ago, and so far I've been getting about a screen on time of about 6 to 7 hours, I would say, easily with this device, even while gaming and taking a couple of pictures here and there and browsing the internet and all that. So if you're thinking about battery life, the Huawei Nova 4e definitely is pretty good in that aspect. So unfortunately, the Huawei Nova 4e doesn't come with wireless charging, so I can't use this beautiful wireless charger right here. So that is why I'm going to be giving away these wireless chargers to you guys. So all you guys need to do is just to follow me on Instagram right here and actually like and comment on one of my posts. It is the latest post where I put like a big giveaway writing over there. So all you need to do is do that. Of course, you can also enter this giveaway by just leaving a comment down below and liking the video, sharing it, whatever. I don't have that many subscribers, so it should be pretty easy for you to win this thing. So if you guys really like this, if you guys fancy a wireless charger, I think it looks really awesome. It looks really nice in the build quality. So all you need to do is leave a comment below and you guys can win one of these. Alright guys, so the last thing I want to talk about on this device is the speakers on this phone. So I can't really share with you guys a sample right now, but I want to let you guys know that the speaker on this device is really awesome. For a single firing device, the music that comes out from this device is really nice to hear, and definitely if you're the kind of person who listens to music like directly on your device and do not plug in earphones or do not connect to a Bluetooth speakers, this device is definitely for you because the single firing speaker is really loud and it comes out with really nice clarity. So this makes me really happy because I like music, and if you guys like music too, this will rock you. Alright guys, I think that's about it for the Huawei Nova 4e. So let me just quickly sum up my impressions on this device. So again, build quality wise, I say that this phone is really awesome. It feels great in hand. I like the design. It feels really nicely built and it's so slim. Like, I mean, just take a look at it. It is really nice to hold this device. Screen wise, it is a bit too saturated for my liking, but it is very bright and it is a good quality screen display panel. The notch at the top is not too big and the chin at the bottom is pretty small as well. So overall, you're getting a pretty nice display here, except the fact that it is too saturated. Performance wise, like I mentioned just now, it's not too great. I still don't really fancy EMUI and it is a bit sluggish at times. So even with 6GB of RAM and the Kirin 710, this device is not the best performing in terms of performance. Again, just to remind you, the AnTuTu scores were really low on this device and is nothing near the Snapdragon 710 devices. As for the camera, again, I'm not too happy with the camera on this device, even though it comes with 24 megapixels main sensor, the ultra wide and all that, but still, again, this is just specs on paper and it doesn't really translate to great performance in terms of really using it. So a lot of things look really nice on paper, but it's just not that good. What's really good is the battery life that I just mentioned about and the speakers at the bottom. So at the end of the day, who is this phone for? So if you really appreciate the design and build quality of the Huawei Nova 4e, paired with the pretty good display, the battery life and the nice speakers, then this phone could be for you. But at that price, I would definitely go for something powered by a Snapdragon 710 because it's just way faster and it doesn't like feel slow when I'm doing daily tasks. Again, the final decision is up to you to decide if you want to get this device or get the Mi 9 SE, which is actually just over here. I have my Mi 9 SE over here and the comparison will be up really soon. But yes, if you guys want this device, you know where to check it out. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment sections below and hopefully you are the winner for the wireless charger here. Alright guys, Please like and subscribe. Of course, if you like this video, that would help me a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!